क्या इंसानों ने मौसम को कंट्रोल करना सीख लिया है? क्या ये टेक्नोलॉजी पानी की कमी खत्म कर सकती है? में एक कंपनी क्लाउड सीडिंग की सर्विसेज ऑफर करती है। आप इस कंपनी को 1 करोड़ देंगे, ये क्लाउड सीडिंग करके ये इंश्योर करेंगे कि आपकी शादी के दिन कोई बारिश नहीं होगी।
Seeding is already used in China and Thailand to tackle air pollution.
ये है प्रॉपर क्लाउड सीडिंग का नतीजा।
Hello and welcome to vlearnias. So, our first news article is related to the artificial rain. Artificial rain is also called as the cloud seeding method. So here, this is mainly based on the news articles in Hindu, that is inducing artificial rain to fix the lingering pollution. So in order to curb the pollution, that is the air pollution, now we are inducing the artificial rain because of the pollution. So here we have to know some basic concepts about the cloud formation. So how the clouds are formed? Okay, so here the clouds are mainly made up of some tiny particles. Actually, these are the particles, that is the tiny water droplets or ice crystals are there. So how it form means how the clouds are forming. Actually, the water vapor are there in the atmosphere. Once after the cooling of this water vapor, and it will condenses around these tiny particles or the dust or the ice crystals, or otherwise we can call it as the salt floating in the atmosphere. So once after this condensation, it lead to the formation of the cloud. Okay, so without these particles, condensation or the ice nuclei, it means the cloud precipitation will not occur without these particles. These particles are also known as this condensation or the ice nuclei, or the raindrops or snowflakes are these precipitation. Okay, so due to these tiny water droplets or the ice crystals, the raindrops or the snowflakes are forming, also the precipitations are forming. So this is the figure which representing the cloud formation. Here you can see that is the evaporation, moisture, and then condensation, then the forming of clouds. Once after that, it leads to the precipitation, that is the rain. So this is a type of cyclical process. So what do you mean by cloud seeding? So this is a type of artificial method in order to increase the rainfall by introducing certain substances into the clouds This is called the cloud seeding method. Here some chemicals are used like the silver iodide, potassium iodide as well as the dry ice. So these chemicals will be released into the sky by using airplanes as well as helicopters. And these chemicals attract the water vapor. So what will happen once after the attraction of water vapor? It will lead to the formation of the rain clouds. It just take half an hour procedure in order to create the rain. So this is about the cloud seeding method, how it works. Here the silver iodides are releasing to the atmosphere by means of this plane. Once after that, silver iodide will reach the targeted cloud. And the silver iodide aids in the formation of the ice crystals. And now this cloud or this air will be too heavy that the ice crystals will start fall, often melting on their way down to form the rain. This is a desert area. So in order to make the rain, we are doing the procedure called the cloud seeding. Techniques of cloud seeding. Actually, there are two types of methods are there. The first one is related to the hygroscopic cloud seeding, and second one is like the glaciogenic cloud seeding. So we can move from glaciogenic to hygroscopic. So from the word itself, we can understand that glaciogenic cloud seeding means it is focusing on inducing the ice production in supercooled clouds. So in order to make the precipitation. What do you mean by hygroscopic cloud seeding? Actually, it accelerates the coalescence of droplets in liquid clouds in order to create or make the precipitation. The seeding agents used in these methods are like the cloud condensation nuclei or GCCN. It plays a crucial role in strengthening the condensation and coalescence process. So thereby widening the droplet size distribution and increasing the precipitation efficiency. So this is about the techniques of cloud seeding, that is hygroscopic cloud seeding as well as the glaciogenic cloud seeding. And this is a figure which showing about the cloud seeding method. Here we already discussed about the importance of this chemical, that is the silver iodide, and it will choose or it will deliver to the targeted clouds and it will eventually lead to the precipitation. So cloud seeding means it is a weather modification technology. It can create rain in drought affected areas, as well as it can act in case of air pollution too. So now that's why the Delhi government had decided for seed clouding. But fortunately rain was there, so it curbed the population to a certain limit. And how it works? Scientists use the aircraft or the rockets. Okay, so with the help of these aircraft or the rockets, they are injecting the silver iodide or another substance into the atmosphere. And clouds often lack naturally occurring ice nuclei. So injecting them with silver iodide particles, what will happen? It will lead to the precipitation. So there was a previous question about this cloud seeding. In the context of which of the following two, some scientists suggest that the use of cirrus cloud thinning technique and the injection of sulfate aerosols into the stratosphere. Now we know that this is simply about the cloud seeding or the artificial rain procedure. So creating artificial rains in some regions, reducing the frequency and intensity of tropical cyclones, reducing the adverse effects of the solar wind on the earth, reducing the global warming. This is to reduce the global warming. This is the right answer. And the utility of the cloud seeding. It have the purposes like reducing the impact of droughts, preventing forest fires, increasing the precipitation, enhancing the air quality. So moving to our next article, this is relevant in international relations, that is India and European Union to expand the defense and security cooperation. So this is mainly based on the maritime relationship. Okay, this was in news like India European Union taking key steps to advance the ties on maritime front. Here it is mainly based upon the security cooperation. Especially they are focusing on the Indo-Pacific region. So India and the European Union are focusing on the Indo-Pacific region in basis of the security cooperation. As well as European Union is now focusing on trade, investment as well as security partner. So these are the three major relations that is keeping in between India and European Union. So recently we have know about a defense cooperation agreement that is signed by India and Italy. And there was also an agreement which points us between the space agencies. As well as India and Europe are the terminals of the India Middle East Europe Economic Corridor, that is IMEC, which was announced on the sidelines of the G20 Leaders Summit in September. So this is mainly about the security corporations, as well as they are just improving their trade as well as investment. So what do you mean by maiden naval exercise? This have been recently conducted in Gulf of Guinea. It is a type of joint naval exercise, and India and Europe have been conducted this maiden naval exercise where the participation of Indian Navy's INS Sumedha was there. It is an offshore patrol vessel. Also, it was joined by Italian Navy ship, that is ITS Foscari, French Navy ship FS Ventos, as well as Spanish Navy ship Tornado was there. So with the help of these three, there was a maiden naval exercise which was conducted by India and European Union. It is a first joint naval exercise in the Gulf of Guinea. The exercise was included boarding operations, flying exercise. In flying exercise, it involved the helicopters stationed on the French ship Ventos and the Indian naval ship Sumedha and personal transfers between ships. So these are the exercise that conducted in the maiden naval exercise. So this is a joint naval exercise in the Gulf of Guinea. Commitment to maritime security. So these are the collaborative activities underscore the mutual commitment of India and European Union. Why they undertook this? It is to assist the coastal states. As also we focusing on the maritime security, especially in the Gulf of Guinea. Okay, and also we need to uphold the principles in the UNCLOS, that is United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea. So this is all about the maritime security. Here they are also focusing on the maritime security and cooperation by means of the global commitment. So in order to be a model of international collaborations in maintaining order and stability at sea, this is relevant in order to keep all these agreements as well as all these participations as relevant in the global promotions of the security.